You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in. Oh my God, man. What did I just see in court, man? Like, share, subscribe, salute to everybody tapped in. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting the channel, man. All y'all that's spending the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. I see y'all, man. Salute to everybody, bro. Keefe D just got cooked in court, man, and it ain't even funny by his own witness. Oh man, he should never have called up cops. He should have never called up cops because the one thing cops are always gonna do is they're gonna be loyal to cops. Keefe D's legal team just got smoked. Smoked. And I'm finna tell y'all what everybody just missed, bro. Keefe is done, bro. His own witness just annihilated that nigga on the stand, bro. Oh my Jesus, man. And Keefe, I don't even think he saw it. He noticed it. I'm about to tell y'all what happened, man. First of all, Keefe is done. I ain't gonna destroy this nigga. His lawyer didn't even catch this. His lawyer ignored this because his lawyer caught it, but he didn't want to say nothing else. He didn't want that nigga to say nothing else. Let me tell y'all the first reason why Keefe D just got annihilated in court, bro. Oh my Jesus, bro. Everybody knows at the beginning of this trial how Keefe D and his lawyers were smiling when they questioned the first officers that was brought into this case. They questioned the officer that was on the scene. And they asked that officer, did you notice any? And they asked the girl that too, right? There was more girls, I believe. Oh my Jesus, bro. This shit is crazy. So Keefe D's lawyer thought that he ethered the whole courtroom by having that black girl. When she came in for the prosecution, the black girl came in and said that was in the car that night with the girls that was talking to Tupac and them. She said, listen to what I'm telling y'all. This nigga is toast. He just got cooked on the stand. I'm finna tell y'all by his own witness. I'm finna tell y'all why. The black girl, she said, they asked her, Keefe D's lawyer asked her on cross-examination at the beginning of this trial. He said, hey, were you guys car shot at? Was there any bullet holes in y'all's windshield? Did y'all? The girl said, nah. He asked her, was you hanging out the window, or was Tupac hanging out the window, or was girls screaming, or was it normal when y'all saw Tupac? She was like, oh, not us. We was normal. The cop for Keefe D just got on the stand. I believe it was different sets of girls that was out there that night. You know why I say that? Because the cop that just got on the stand for Keefe D, he did a couple things. He just buried Keefe D. This cop said that it was girls that was shot at that night. He was a responder. Oh my God! I'm gonna play this shit, bro. Oh my God. Officer Height just went up there and burned Keefe. And Keefe didn't even, this nigga's too dumb to understand what just happened. Let me play the tape for y'all. This officer confirmed that it was girls that were shot at that night. Listen.
The activity that was going on at the time in terms of the streets and people walking around when you heard the shots being fired?
It was packed. It was extremely, there was people everywhere, people walking, traffic was fully backed up. We had to get into the intersection, we had to use, we were in non-marked cars, so we were in plain cars. We moved into the intersection using red lights and sirens. We moved across, people were waving at us and pointing. There was a vehicle there that became of interest to us. Some girls had been shot at.
Game over. He's toast. That nigga old. He out of here, bro. Weezy out of here, nigga. Weezy out of here. His own fucking witness. His own witness just burned his whole story on the stand. Weezy fucking out of here, nigga. The cop just said, once again on the stand, when he went over there, when them shots went off, it was a certain car that was of interest to them. Some girls did get shot at. Keefe wasn't lying. It was some different girls. Oh! This nigga! Let me play that again. Oh my God! This nigga's toast. He's toast. Them niggas play. Them niggas try to bring the cop in there to testify for them and got cooked. Let me play this again. It was some other girls. Listen again.
There's a vehicle there that became of interest to us. Some girls had been shot at.
Game over. Let me play this one more time.
Cars. So we were in plain cars. We moved into the intersection fully backed up. We had to get into the intersection. We had to use. We were in non-marked cars, so we were in plain cars. We moved into the intersection using red lights and sirens. We moved across. People were waving at us and pointing. There was a vehicle there that became of interest to us. Some girls had been shot at. While we got
game over, man. Game over. That nigga got smoked. That nigga just got smoked, and that wasn't the only thing, nigga. That wasn't the only thing. This nigga just went on a stand. Lord Jesus have mercy, man. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Oh, shit over with, bro. When that nigga, and then he didn't stop there. He stir-fried that nigga, man. When they did the cross-examination, oh my God, that nigga Keefe D is done. That nigga is wheezy out of here, nigga. Bro, the cop just sat up there and actually confirmed that it was girls that got shot at with their car. Keefe D said only the nigga who could have been there would have known that the girls got their window blown out. Keefe D, to the nigga who said, how does that cook Keefe D? Because Keefe D's lawyer tried to make it a point with the other girl that was in the car with the other girl that their car never got shot at. Little did he know their own witness would come on the stand and confirm that story that Keefe D said about that car getting shot at with those girls in it was true, but only that it was different girls. And his own fucking witness by accident. By accident. Officer Stan Height. By accident. Right? Oh my Jesus. Oh my God. Oh my God. Lord have mercy, man. Wow, man. He was working the streets that night, man. Let me play that again for y'all, bro. That nigga own witness annihilated him on the stand just now, bro. By accident. His witness got to talking way too much. Play it again.
A little bit about the activity that was going on at the time in terms of the streets and people walking around when you heard the shots being fired.
It was packed. It was extremely. There was people everywhere. People walking. Traffic was fully backed up. We had to get into the intersection. We had to use. We were in non-marked cars, so we were in plain cars. We moved into the intersection using red lights and sirens. We moved across. People were waving at us and pointing. There was a vehicle there that became of interest to us. Some girls had been shot at.
Game over, bro. Game over. And not only that, y'all, the officer, this is the nigga who was testifying for Keefe D. The officer admitted on cross-examination that they had already corroborated Keefe D's story before he even came in and did the proffer. That nigga is toast. The officer just on the stand told the whole jury, no, our team had already confirmed most of these facts before we even questioned Keefe D. He said, and he said that after he met with Keefe D, he said that he went immediately to drop an arrest warrant for Keefe D for murder. Oh, game over, nigga. Game over. Game over. And he said he was stopped. Now, He didn't get know why he was stopped. But then he said he was told about that proffer. Game over, bro. Game over, bro. Game over. Bro, what they just did in court right now, bro. Let me play this one more time for y'all. I gotta go back and play this shit because Keefe D's lawyers were hammering home that there was the girl who went as a witness. I want you to think about what I just said. It was her and her girlfriend. She said that they hadn't been shot at. No, we wasn't shot at. We hadn't been shot at. But the police officer who was Keefe D's witness, Stan Height, who was there that night and was a responder, said that what surprised him was that when those shots went off and he got over there, it was a girl's car and them girls had gotten shot at. Lord Jesus have mercy. You can't make this up. That confirms Keefe D's story about the girls getting shot. And Keefe D's lawyer tried to nail that home that never happened with the other girl that the prosecution brought up at the beginning of the case. Play it again.
A little bit about the activity that was going on at the time in terms of the streets and people walking around, and you heard the shots being fired.
It was packed. It was extremely. There was people everywhere. People walking. Traffic was fully backed up. We had to get into the intersection. We had to use. We were in non-marked cars, so we were in plain cars. We moved into the intersection using red lights and sirens. We moved across. People were waving at us and pointing. There was a vehicle there that became of interest to us. Some girls had been shot at.
Game over, bro. He ended Keefe D right there, bro. That nigga's going to prison. His own fucking witness just ended this nigga in the live courtroom, y'all. His own witness was a first responder. His own witness destroyed that nigga. Oh my God, bro. That nigga is done. And then the cop said, this is Keefe D's witness. They just called this nigga just now on the stand. Keefe D's witness with a straight face. And guess what the other witness Keefe D brought up there did? He made a mistake and it's going to kick their ass. The first witness Keefe D and them brought up there today, they brought up 3 witnesses. The first witness Keefe D brought up there, he destroyed him. Because he said that Suge was driving a white Cadillac that night. He was wrong. Suge was driving a black BMW with Tupac. They gonna tear his ass up on closing arguments. Yep. This is why it's very important for everybody to listen closely. When you guys are listening to these type of cases and shit, you have to listen very closely and pay attention to the details, my nigga. The details are everything. And when I say everything, y'all, the details are everything in a case like this. It's over with, bruh. You can go ahead and pack that shit up, Jack. It's a wrap. And everybody who's questioning what I'm telling y'all and putting down right now, is something seriously wrong with you, bro. Old boy, he done, dog. Now let's play the rest of this, bro. That nigga cooked. Bro, he cooked that nigga, dog. I can't believe he cooked this nigga like this. Hold on, y'all. Play this shit for y'all right now, bro. Oh my Jesus. He got cooked. Listen, y'all.
A lieutenant had become concerned and wanted to.
I want y'all to listen. Hold on, y'all.
98. The yard of 1301 Sloan, which is inside the Compton area.
Hold on.
The Compton Crips.
Hold on, y'all. I want everybody to get a perfect. I want y'all to hear this perfectly, bro. That nigga own witness just destroyed him. That whole story about the girls was true. Everybody was saying, see, that was made up. No, it wasn't. That shit was true. And Keefe D's own witness, the police officer, admitted to it on the stand. Oh my God. Now let's hear this. This is music to my ears, nigga.
There was people everywhere, people walking, traffic was.
Listen, I want y'all to listen very closely. Now, Keefe D's lawyer's asking him about the gunshots that night, right? Or he's asking him about the area. But the cop, what the cop is doing, he's giving a lot of details. He's not just answering the question like, oh, yeah, yep, there, and no. He's going into detail. Him going into detail, fuck Keefe D, bro. Listen to this shit, y'all.
There's one alley, two streets in the area command that had that area wanted us to check to see if these were dangerous. We went in, we stopped.
Now, he said that night, this is Officer Height. He said that night that he was assigned, him and his partner were assigned to do patrol to check to see if there was gang members causing problems out there that night, right? So he said that what they did was they pulled up on some cats that they thought, could have been gang members. He said, but they wasn't gang members. Now, he said while they was talking to him and finding out that they weren't gang members, that's when Tupac got shot. And they heard those shots and immediately left and went right over to Tupac. Listen, y'all. He cooked Keefe D on the stand.
Some juvenile males, they were not gang members. They were just juvenile males. While we were standing there talking to these males, we heard of all the gunshots. We didn't want to talk to these males anymore, so we jumped in our vehicles and we moved to the shooting scene.
So he said, we jumped in our vehicles and we moved to the shooting scene. Now listen to this, y'all.
Okay. And what you're pointing at for the jury, just for the record, is the intersection of Cobalt and Flamingo?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, fair to say, of course, you're there conducting your business as a member of the gang unit.
That's correct.
You weren't there for overflow or anything to do with special events
No.
for the fight?
No.
Okay. Now, for some of us who weren't around during the time period, can you describe for us a little bit about the activity that was going on at the time?
Stupid question by Keefe D's lawyer. Stupid! Keefe D's lawyer is supposed to keep this basic. His lawyer fucked him up in multiple times in his trial. This question fucked him up. Because Keefe D lawyer, when he asked him this question, the police officer went into full detail. And he said something we would have never heard if Keefe D's lawyer didn't answer this question.
In terms of the streets and people walking around when you heard the shots being fired?
It was packed. It was extremely, there was people everywhere, people walking. Traffic was fully backed up. We had to get into the intersection, we had to use, we were in non-marked cars, so we were in plain cars. We moved into the intersection using red lights and sirens. We moved across, people were waving at us and pointing. There was a vehicle there that became of interest to us. Some girls had been shot at.
Game over! I can't believe he asked that nigga that question in court. He asked him a question and his own lawyer. Game over, nigga. His own lawyer said, yo, when we got over there, it was this car that was of interest to us. As soon as them shots went off, it was some girls that had got shot at. Game over! And Keefe D was telling people, yo, man, it was some girls, man. They tried to make chase, and we shot at their ass. We shot their car up. That's exactly what Keefe D said. And his lawyer tried to shoot that down at the beginning of this trial because the other girl, so now we know that night, y'all, it wasn't just one set of girls in cars. It was multiple sets of girls in cars. The truth always have a way of seeping out. And this officer, when he went right over there to that crime scene, them girls' car had been shot at. Just like Keefe D said. Play it again.
So we were in plain cars. We moved into the intersection using red lights and sirens. We moved across, people were waving at us and pointing. There was a vehicle there that became of interest to us. Some girls had been shot at. While we had gotten out to talk to them and find out what was going on, we had no idea this was attached to anything.
Man, that's crazy, bro. He actually stated that he got outside and talked to them girls that was shot at. That's crazy, bro. Keefe D and them, they used the prosecution's witness. And everybody was saying, see, that shit never happened. Yes, it did happen. It wasn't them girls, though, y'all. It was a different set of girls that got shot at. Keefe D wasn't lying. It was just a different set of girls that the prosecution missed. But Keefe D's own defense cooked his ass. He said when we got caught over, when them shots went off and we went over there, as soon as we got over there, the girl's car was an interest to us. The girl's car had got shot at and shot up. Game over. This was Keefe D's witness.
Lights and sirens. We moved across. People were waving at us and pointing. There was a vehicle there that became of interest to us. Some girls had been shot at. While we had gotten out to talk to them and find out what was going on, we had no idea this was attached to anything. One of the guys on my team, Dino Kelly, found some cartridge cases in the street.
Game over. They found the cartridge cases in the street. Y'all niggas think, see, that's why I be trying to tell y'all. Stop coming against me on this shit, nigga. You gonna get cooked, nigga. Stir-fried, nigga. Listen to what I'm saying to y'all now. So, that story about Keefe D, that never happened in court, no, what you said was the truth to the cops. That did happen. And your own witness, who was there that night, said it did happen. You are a lot. That was a big key point that Keefe D tried to point out. And guess what else happened, y'all? So then we move forward on cross-examination. When he got cross-examined, Keefe D got cooked. The lawyer came up for the prosecution and absolutely annihilated. And when I say annihilated, I mean annihilated that nigga. And here's why. Keefe D's own witness told the jury, oh, no. We had his arrest warrant ready. I was going to arrest him right there until we found out about the proffer. That's the only reason why they didn't arrest Keefe D. But now Keefe D is getting arrested because now he broke that proffer. And this is the reason why Keefe D is on trial now for murder. Period. And somebody says the cops usually unmarked cars all the time. All the time. Cops are in unmarked cars all the time. You got listen to this though. So then this is what he said when he said, yo, he also said that they had already corroborated all the information. His partners had corroborated all the information. There is no hung jury in this. I know y'all wanted to be a hung jury. This is over with. Listen up, y'all.
To give her son a normal.
I want y'all to listen up. I want y'all to listen up real close. Because you can't be a dummy on YouTube. You have to have a strict mind to understand what I'm about to play to y'all right now. Listen.
Going after. We're talking about Pac. Okay. Who's Pac? To give her son a normal.
I want y'all to listen to this, right? I don't know why this shit keep trying to. That damn commercial popping up every second. All right, I want y'all to listen to this, right? Here we go right here, y'all.
Tupac Shakur. Okay. So I'm going to do that through the entire interview. But if I have more names and more information, I at least know what he's talking about so I can direct him in the right direction to give me a full name or a full description, whatever it may be. So I ran quite a few people before I went down there.
Okay. So at some point you leave that.
Now, hold on. I want to tell y'all this too. Keefe D's lawyers lied on something else too. Keefe D's lawyers tried to make it seem like the cops didn't really do no investigation into those other guys. They did. Matter of fact, Keefe D's witness says, hey man, I saw Big DeAndre. He said, I saw Big Dre walking outside in the field. And I walked up to him and tried to question him, and he asked me to fuck off. He said they tried to talk to Suge Knight. Suge Knight hung up on him. Bro, so that, we didn't try to investigate? That's bullshit. Here we go, y'all.
Dwayne Davis was arrested on a major drug case, and he was facing the rest of his life in prison. And he was trying to work that case off. So when I was sitting out there and I learned that he's sitting there with his attorney, I'm like, he's not going to tell me anything. They're like, well, he's trying to work this off, and it's about Tupac. And I'm like, all right, let's try this. So we went in. But we finished. We made a drive over to Plaza One. Then we left. I received some phone calls at that point and received more information when we got back to Vegas that there could be possibly a profit, which made no sense to me.
Now, just one final question for you, and it's unrelated to anything that we've asked so far. Sure.
Now, I told y'all that dude said that there could be a proffer. That made no sense to me. He said, bro, y'all don't understand what just happened in court. Let's keep going.
The question is this: are you aware of a program here in town called Barry's Boxing?
I've heard of it.
Okay. I have no further questions, Josh.
To the brother in the comment section before we move on. That's the part. He's wrong. To the person who says, I'm wrong, you're not listening, sir. Listen to what I just said to you, brother. The police said that a white Cadillac pulled into Suge's house. Can't nobody say that Keefe was at home. Nigga, that fucked over Keefe D's team, you idiot. That fucked over Keefe D's team because Suge Knight was not in the Cadillac that night, you big dummy. He was not in the Cadillac. And the dude said, I didn't see Suge Knight in the Cadillac. They told me that was Suge's Cadillac. Suge was in a black BMW that night, you damn fool. He was in a black BMW that night with Tupac, you dummy. You want to keep getting cooked, boy? Do you want to keep getting cooked, son? See, when they go back and they do the closing, they're going to call that shit out. That police officer said that, oh, they told me that was Suge's car. He didn't say, hey, I saw Suge in that car. He also said that that Cadillac wasn't shot up. You know why? Because Suge wasn't in that car, you damn fool. Suge was in a black BMW with Tupac Shakur. That was the car they were in that night, not a Cadillac. Ether again, Buster. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going, man. Y'all want to snitch to get out of prison. Let's keep going, man.
Detective, how are you? Good. How are you, Mark? I'm Mr. Jackson.
Listen, man.
You went to homicide in 2000, correct?
That's correct.
And Mike Franks and Brent Becker, well, I guess Mike probably retired before Brent left the unit, correct?
Well, he trained me for a while. Mike was preparing to retire, so the desk I was going to get was his. And I was trying to soak up as much as I could from him because he was a very, very senior detective. Him and Brent Becker were very, very good detectives, so I was trying to suck up as much as I could. That was the squad I was going to anyway.
And when Sergeant Manning hands you the Tupac file, you already had an understanding from Mike Franks and Brent Becker of who you thought was in the car.
Yes, sir.
Game over. Did y'all not hear what Keefe D's witness just told this jury? He said we already knew who was in the car before Keefe D even talked to us. You niggas is idiots! Idiots! Keefe D own witness just grand slam, pardon me, B, his ass in open court. Keefe D own witness just went up there and said before we even talked to that nigga, we already knew who was in the car. Game over, you bitch ass nigga. That's why y'all niggas don't listen. You don't listen, bro. And that's y'all problem. Pay attention to the details, boy. Let me rewind that again for the hearing impaired. Let me rewind that again for the hearing impaired. Because y'all come on here arguing with me all the time, and you niggas stuck on stupid. This is Keefe D's own witness burying him in court today. Once again, you're not listening. The officer for Keefe D's witness just told them they had already had proof of who was in the car. They already knew all those details. When Keefe D came in there, all he did was confirm what they already knew. Play it again.
I was trying to suck up as much as I could. That was the squad I was going to anyway.
And when Sergeant Manning hands you the Tupac file, you already had an understanding from Mike Franks and Brent Becker of who you thought was in the car.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. They already fucking knew. Let's keep going, though. This cooking is going to be good for you niggas.
And when Mr. Davis in 2009 tells you that, it's the same people. Yes, sir.
It's the same people. Game over. The same people that had already investigated and found in the car. And guess how y'all know this shit is true? Because Keefe D said in the interviews himself, yo, man, when niggas was calling Keefe D a snitch, Keefe said, how could I snitch, dude? When I went in there, they already had everything on the board. They already knew everything, dude. All I did was tell them what they already knew. You big dummies on YouTube. And when they do the closing arguments, they're going to play that shit on the screen for you damn fools. When they was calling Keefe D a snitch, and they asked him in the interviews on YouTube, Keefe, man, they saying you a rat. Keefe said, how am I a snitch, nigga? I saved my people, nigga. I'm like Moses and my people, nigga. I ain't snitch, nigga. When I went in the room, they already had everything up on the board, nigga. They already knew where everybody was in the car, nigga. Guess what? That was true what Keefe D said. Because the police officer that Keefe D's legal team just called up on the stand, his own witness, confirmed that they already had that information before they talked to Keefe D. Toodles. Let's keep going, man.
Of who you thought was in the car. Yes, sir. And when Mr. Davis...
No, not who they thought, sir. Listen, because it goes on, he's going to say, no, our investigation showed us that was who was in the car. Because Keefe, this prosecution comes back and asks him again on recross. Again. Was that from the other guy's investigation? Or he said, no, they all had already investigated this. You damn fool. I already got you covered. I knew you was going to come in here and say something stupid. That's why I'm going to cook your ass next. Let's keep going.
In 2009 tells you that it's the same people. Yes, sir.
Listen.
Of who you thought was in the car. Yes, sir. And when Mr. Davis in 2009 tells you that, it's the same people. Yes, sir. I think Mr. Sam maybe missed one of your trips to Compton prior to, I guess, November of 2004 when he died. In early 2004, did you try and make contact with Big Dre Smith? Yes.
To the brother who said you didn't see any evidence, you fool, you're not going to see any DNA. You're not going to see any. These people are idiots on YouTube, y'all. They don't even know the law. This is why I be telling you, I don't even want to be arguing with these niggas on the internet. Bro, you're not going to see any DNA. You're not going to see gun. You're not going to see fingerprints. You're not going to see a car. You're not going to see a weapon, sir. Guess what? Guess what this whole case is built off of? Keefe D's own words. Circumstantial evidence and witness testimony. That's it. The circumstantial evidence is the evidence like those hotel receipts that was found in Keefe D and in Orlando Anderson's home for Vegas at that time. That bill that was found to the Monte Carlo for that same weekend that was found in Keefe D's home. The shrines of Tupac's murder that were found in Keefe D's home in 2023. Let me say this again. You keep talking about photos for Suge's house. No, move the goalpost, nigga. Suge's house don't have nothing to do with this, nigga. You're not understanding what just happened in court today. Use your brains, brother. What just happened in court is Keefe D just got cooked by his own witness. His own witness said, after we talked to Keefe D, I was going right to draw up a warrant for murder, for his arrest for murder. Are you out your mind? Do you know what that means? Do you know what that did to the jury when he said that? He looked right at the jury and said, hey, man, after I met with Keefe D, I went up to and the lawyer even drew out, says you can't just arrest Keefe D based off his word. You have to corroborate what he said. Oh, he says, you're absolutely right. He says, that's why as soon as that meeting was over with Keefe D, I went to draw up his warrant for murder. You a damn fool, boy. He said that right in front of the whole jury, fool. I'm going to play it for you right now. Money, 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 money. Everybody's got a price to pay. With the $1 Million Man, baby.
And describe that for us.
I was with actually a gang squad, and this is during the time when you can read it all. You can read all this stuff.
Okay.
Now, did y'all hear what he said? Now, I want y'all to listen to this, y'all. So what he's saying is that this is when because Keefe D lawyers try to make it seem like they didn't investigate nothing. They was just out here on bullshit. No, he said, no, we did. He said, matter of fact, he said, I saw Dre Smith. And when I saw Dre Smith walking, I tried to stop and question him. That mofo didn't even want to answer me. Now listen to this, y'all. You can't make this shit up. This is Keefe D's own witness. And to the person who said dirty cops, brother, you're not listening. Once again, is something wrong with your brains, brother? You have to listen, my brother. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Anthony Allen, 3276. I want you to listen, brother. You're saying, okay, you're right again with dirty cops. I'm not believing dirty cops. Brother, this was Keefe D's witness, the cop. So we not supposed to believe Keefe D's own witness? Brother, this was Keefe D's witness. Is something wrong with your brains and how you thinking, brother? Keefe D's own witness, this officer right here, Officer Height, that was Keefe D's own witness, boy, that cooked his ass just now on the stand, brother. What the hell is wrong with you people? That's Keefe D's witness. Lord Jesus have mercy, man. Y'all niggas got a million excuses. This is Keefe D's witness, bruh. Let's keep going. Because I'm going to stir fry you niggas today.
You go down there and look at it. Especially, so I went down to look at it. They were taking me on a tour. Close to Compton. They took me to the...
Brother, are you stupid? To show they all can't be believed. No, Keefe D's legal team used the cops to try to point out that night certain evidence that worked in their favor, bruh. What he didn't know is that he was going to get cooked. Nigga, sit down. You sound stupid, nigga. What is he supposed to do? Say, oh, y'all can't believe our witnesses? Man, yo, get this nigga out my chat, bro.
Car wash where Orlando died, that kind of thing. While we were driving by the Emerson Elementary School, which is right in the center of the Compton Creek Turf, some of the guys I was driving in the back seat and taking notes. They said, there goes Big Dre, DeAndre Smith, which is somebody that's obviously in Brent Becker's files. And he was walking through the field, the grass field. So I was like, well, stop. Let me talk to him. You got to try. You know, I had no probable cause. I had no legal right to make a stop. I'm not even in my jurisdiction, but I can try. So I stepped out of the car and I said, Mr. Smith, I'm Detective Long from Las Vegas. And he said, F you and F off. He's not censoring what he said. And he just lumbers across the field. So I had no reason to stop him. So I just waited.
Now, in 2009, you wind up in a room with Mr. Davis, and your belief is he's trying to work off charges. What does that mean?
He's looking at the rest of his life in prison for what they had caught him with. So if he gives substantial information about cases, and that's what they had brought him in for, was to give information about cases. One of the cases was the Wallace case.
Biggie Smalls case. Like I told y'all. That nigga went and told them about Tupac, nigga. I told y'all this. But y'all niggas didn't want to listen to me when I told y'all this shit yesterday. Let's keep going.
Notorious B.I.G. During this part of it, he started telling them about Tupac, and this is in 2008, I believe. So this is what I was told.
But essentially, and I don't want to talk about specifically, what is just working off your charges? Does Metro have certain rules, let me ask you, about working off charges and how you work off charges?
Yes. And a non-victim crime, you can work off charges.
So Keefe D had a non-victim crime. Keefe D was arrested on drug charges and he was facing life in prison. Now listen, y'all.
You can't work off a murder. You can't work off a sexual assault. You can't work. Those are victim crimes.
That's why he was so mad. Because when Keefe D told them that when Keefe D admitted what they knew, you already have a confession based off what you knew. That was enough for a warrant for murder. So this officer, he was pissed because when Keefe D, they asked him to leave for a second. He was pissed because he's like, oh, I can solve the Tupac murder right now. I got the nigga. We got the evidence. Now we got the confession. Shit, this nigga's done. When he went to draw up the warrant for Keefe D's arrest, they stopped him. They stopped him because Keefe D had a proffer. That nigga was so mad because they fucked up his case. He could have solved the whole case and locked Keefe D up right then. This is why he's going to tell you, I went to draw up a warrant for that dude's murder right then, and they stopped me because of the proffer. Think about that. And Keefe D's lawyers never thought about this when they brought this dude on the stand, that it was going to backfire like this today. Play it.
If you have a victim, you can't work off those charges. But if you have something else, that like a lot of drugs, you can work off maybe the amount of years you're going to do by giving substantial case information on other cases. So that's what I believe that Mr. Davis and his attorney were trying to do, was to knock off a certain amount of time off of what he was going to spend in prison.
And you know, or at least you believe, you'd agree with me, that Mr. Davis was a suspect in your homicide, not a witness.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I told y'all this. He had already believed that Keefe D was a suspect, not a witness, in Tupac's murder. He had already believed this. This cop had already believed. This cop wanted to do shit correct. He wanted to go jam Keefe D up on that murder. Then, if this cop was running the shit, Keefe D would have been already arrested and prosecuted on the murder. Then, that nigga, the white cop, was so mad when they told him, when he went to draw up Keefe D's arrest warrant, and they told him, hey, hold off on that. He was so mad because that fucked up that could have been a chance for him in a lifetime to solve the Keefe D murder. Keefe D's own witness backfired on him. Listen to this shit, y'all. You can't make this shit up.
And by the end of that interview, what is your intent?
My intent was to drive back to Las Vegas, type up a warrant for an arrest, clear it with the district attorney, and have Mr. Davis arrested for murder.
I'm right, bastard. I'm right, buddy. I'm right. He asked him, he said, now, after that happened, what was your intent? He said, man, my intent was to go up and draw up that warrant for murder for Keefe D, Mr. Davis. Brother, it's easy to get cooked fucking with a nigga like me, bro. I'm right, and you're wrong. Keefe D's own witness told the court that he intended to arrest Keefe D for murder. Now you want to listen? You little weakling? Now do you want to listen? Let me rewind that for you again. Because I don't think your brains was working correctly, brother. Let's play this again. And all the people who want Keefe D to get found not guilty, I question all of these people who side with dudes who testify and talk to the cops. Keefe D put himself in this. And he's going to have to deal with those consequences. And it wasn't just talk. The cops said they already had enough evidence that along with Keefe D's confession, he was going to prison for murder. Listen one more time.
And by the end of that interview, what is your intent?
My intent was to drive back to Las Vegas, type up a warrant for an arrest, clear it with the district attorney, and have Mr. Davis arrested for murder.
I know that hurt, nigga. I know that shit hurt, nigga. Now, y'all see all the information that the cops had this whole time. You still want to keep arguing with me, nigga? Let me rewind that part for you again. This is Keefe D's own witness on the stand today, bro. Huh? You think if Keefe D was innocent, that this cop would want to go ahead and draw up that arrest and get him for murder? Let's listen to this again, y'all.
Mr. Davis was a suspect in your homicide, not a witness.
Yes, sir.
And by the end of that interview, what is your intent?
My intent was to drive back to Las Vegas, type up a warrant for an arrest, clear it with the district attorney, and have Mr. Davis arrested for murder.
Now, at that point, did you and members of my team have an opportunity to actually listen to the recording?
Yes, sir.
And we heard the section where you're not in the room, correct?
That's correct.
And then, so did we give you some direction?
Yes. So this is several weeks after I'd come back. I met with. This is several weeks after I had come back from California with the recording. So we brought the recording and the transcription over. The DA reviewed it, and they invited me over, and they told me that they were not going to go forward with prosecution at that time because they're.
Let me ask
a lot of complications.
Let me ask.
That was a proffer. That's the only reason why Keefe D did not get locked up that day. Keefe D lucky ass had a proffer. And his proffer is the only thing that saved him then from being arrested and charged with the murder of Tupac Shakur. And to the buster who said there's no evidence put him there, they can't arrest you without no evidence, idiot. And there is evidence. There's evidence by a guy by the name of Corey Edwards. And Corey Edwards gave police a statement. And in Corey Edwards' police statement, Corey Edwards told police that Keefe D was in Las Vegas the weekend that Tupac was killed. It's true. Oh, yes, it's true. Oh, it's true. Once again, Corey Edwards, Edwards. Corey Edwards admitted to the cops. He admitted to the cops. You don't believe me? I'll prove it. The details were provided by Corey Edwards himself during a formal police interrogation in 2006. At the time, law enforcement was heavily reinvestigating the case. Edwards, who was an alleged member of the Southside Compton Crips and Keefe D's cousin, sat down with detectives and laid out the timeline of what happened right after the infamous MGM Grand Casino brawl. During that 2006 interview, Edwards told police that he physically saw Keefe D, Orlando Anderson, and two other gang members huddled together in Las Vegas right after the fight. He explicitly stated to officers that the group was furious and actively talking about getting back at the death row crew. While the statement was locked away in police files for nearly 2 decades, the story was formally revealed in open court by Clark County prosecutors during the current murder trial in Las Vegas. Prosecutors entered. This is what y'all got to understand. It doesn't matter that Corey skipped town. They entered his interview in the evidence. They entered his interview in the evidence. It doesn't matter. They already have his statement to the cops. Read that middle paragraph. prosecutors first introduced Edwards' 2006 interview into official court motions to argue against letting Keefe D out on bail. And that's the reason why Keefe D's bail got denied. That is why they moved to arrest Corey Edwards this week. And to the person who says they don't have proof that Keefe D was in the car, yes, they do. They have his own words. And now they have corroboration of his words because the police officer and the 160 some pieces of evidence that they've turned in are proof that they had already investigated Keefe D and placed him in the car. And matter of fact, I will play you the interview of when Keefe D stated that when he went in the room to talk with the police, that they had already had everything drawn up on that board. And everybody that was in the car, they already had all that information before he told them. And Keefe D even said, yo, they trying to intimidate you, bro. They had all this shit up on the board when I went in there, man. They already knew everything, bro. It's what happens when you get busters on the internet that do buster type of things.
Were you directed to find out the circumstances of why it was that a suspect in our homicide was in a room with his lawyer and a task force officer having that conversation?
Yes, sir.
And at this point, you've been told there might be a proffer somewhere out there in 2008.
Yes, sir.
Game over. In open court, Keefe D's lawyer, his own witness, just told the entire court that the only reason he didn't arrest Keefe D that day is because he was told by his other investigators that Keefe D had a proffer. And that's the only reason why they didn't arrest him for the murder of Tupac Shakur that day. And then, let's go back to that. Right? So as we go back, Keefe D not only told on himself, not only did he go out here and do interviews, bragging on these stories for years, but he put a lot of other people's name in this situation, right? The fact that he went out and did all those interviews, and when they asked him, well, Keefe, man, we heard you might get arrested. He said, nah, I got immunity from the U.S. attorney. So the person who says I'm reporting to hear myself talk, no, I was actually listening to him in court. Listening to him in court. You can get mad at me, but I wouldn't get mad at myself. I would get mad at that nigga that was talking in the room to them people for all those hours. That's who I would get mad at. You want to come in here and get mad at me. But in all reality, if we're being honest, right? Right? If we're being honest, right? Who you should be mad at is Keefe D. That's who you should be mad at. Right? Right? I want you to think about what I just said. Right? Peep what I just said now. Right? So, for all y'all who say this stuff, man, right? His words, not mine.
So I gotta ask you, right? Just out of curiosity, let's say Keefe D, right?
Yeah.
You went to Compton right now. You walking down Compton Street or whatever. What would happen to Keefe D?
Nothing. I'm gonna go out there right now.
Right there. Nothing gonna happen to me. What supposed to happen to me?
I don't know. I'm just, you hear the rumors. Everything I hear, you hear the same rumors. People saying you can't go back home.
I can't go back where?
Hey, that's what the people say. You can't go back to Compton.
Man, that's bullshit. I go over there every fucking day. Anytime I get ready, my people love me. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. And they'll fire your ass up for me. I don't know what you talking about, dude. They love me. I save people's lives, nigga. Shit. The feds was for to destroy our whole fucking hood. The whole Crip community. I saved their lives, motherfucker. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. And the ops wouldn't know what's going on in our neighborhood any damn way. Bob James, Reggie, right? They wouldn't know what the fuck going on over there. So they can say, well, they can kill that bullshit. They can't go back over there or something. I don't know. They can come meet me right now over there.
So how you feel about people that say that Orlando Anderson family don't mess with you no more because of, the confession?
I don't know what the fuck. My sister love me. Whole family love me. What you talking about? My sister would want to see me with the death penalty. You know what I'm saying? Want to see me dead. Want to see the white people oppress me. Come on, man. That shit don't make no fucking sense, dude. So they can say what the fuck they want to say. They can eat up a dick as far as I'm concerned. They don't know what the fuck going on with me. So I'm cool in my own skin, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Shit. So fuck them. So at first I was mad. Like, that type of you don't do that type of shit. But if, I understand now, shit. They gave me the deal of a lifetime, shit. Fuck you talking about? But my sister want to see me oppressed. My sister don't want to see me oppressed. You know what I'm saying? If it was the other way around, quite sure Lane, I would have give Lane the green light to do it for me. You know what I'm saying? Do it for herself. So that's some bullshit.
So out of curiosity, right? Let's say you was on the left side of the white Cadillac and you seen Tupac and Suge Knight. What would have been your response?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't know. But I would have had to take him from my nephew for sure.
So you would have shot up the BMW with Tupac and Suge Knight in it?
I would have taken him from my nephew. I would just leave it like that.
How do you feel about people that say and believe that you was actually the person that was the trigger man, in the white Cadillac that shot up Tupac and Suge Knight?
I'm glad they ain't the police. That's all I can say.
Now, for you guys who was doing all that talking, not only did he say that, he also said this.
I used to go to the games, the Raider games at the Coliseum, and he used to be in front of the thing. I found out he was a scamper, so we exchanged numbers. So any concert, sport event, I would call him ahead of time and get the tickets.
What date did y'all show up to Vegas?
I came on that Thursday.
That Thursday?
Yeah.
And the fight was on a Saturday. Y'all showed up on a Thursday. And if I'm not mistaken, the day before the shooting, you spoke to Suge Knight and Tupac, right? A day prior?
I didn't talk to Tupac don't know me.
But Suge Knight, you had a conversation with Suge Knight.
We was waiting on our cars at the valet at the MGM, and they pulled up, and they Rolls Royces. And
tell me about that. Because that was the Friday. That was the day before.
Yeah, he got out and came and shook my hand. What up, big dog?
Suge Knight.
Yeah. That's why I didn't understand why would they jump on my nephew the next day. I was stupid.
Okay, so he came up to you, he shook his hand. And
shook my hand. What up, big dog? What you doing? And all the bitches, because all the bras was around him and shit, they was like, who the fuck is this dude? He must be powerful. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was like that. Damn, he just came out of the crowd just to shake this dude in. Yeah.
So just take me through that Saturday, everything leading up to the incident.
We had got tickets from the scamper dude, and he had us placed all over. We was gonna meet at the cafe after the fight. That was all our plans. So everybody had was coming to the cafe and shit. I seen some partners from 1180 East Coast Crips. They like, hey, they just jumped on your nephew. Like, who? Said some death row niggas. Like, you bullshit. They're like, yeah. And we ran into the lane inside the lobby.
So y'all ran into your nephew Orlando. What did he say to you?
Weird, he just said they jumped on him and stuff like that. And I asked him, was he all right? He said his shoulder's kind of fucked up. I guess when getting kicked in the shoulder or something, he said his shoulder was fucked up.
How mad was he?
I was more mad than him. Yeah. Why would you know what I'm saying, motherfucker? You know what's up. Know who people that is.
So what exactly did he tell you? Did he tell you like, yo, Tupac jumped on me, or?
He just said that the Death Row niggas jumped on him.
And the only injury he had was his shoulder?
His shoulder was kind of fucked up.
Okay, so take me through that. You know, Orlando, he got jumped. What happened after that?
So, we ran into the New York dudes. Them. They asked us, do we need some help? We like, nah, we good. And then, my little homie, we had some little homies out here selling work, kilos and shit. They like, man, we know where them niggas gonna be. They gonna be at the 662 Club. They been advertising this all week. They gonna perform tonight. So we went up there, and my little homies went and got the choppers. And Mob James talking about he seen us back there. He lucky he didn't see us. We didn't see him. You know what I'm saying? They lucky they didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? So we had some headhunters with us, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they lucky they didn't show up. 3 choppers. It would have been a massacre, you know? And just pulled up there and pulled up there, waited up there for about an hour. Miles James said 10 minutes. It wasn't no fucking 10 minutes. Waited up there about an hour. We got tired and went on, started, let's go get high. We bought some champagne bottles, Cristal and Dom Perignon and shit. Stopped at the store and got that shit. When we left, we was in 3 cars, matter of fact. And the other 2 cars missed the light. So we kept on going, heading towards the hotel. Well, when we got to Flamingo, that's when dude was hanging out. He was like he was in a parade or something. Stupid ass, hanging out the window. Hey! And he was like, Tupac! And we like, oh, there go that motherfucker. And we popped a Yui. And that was it.
So I want to backtrack a little. So y'all was waiting at 662.
Now listen, y'all. This is where his story gets crazy. Because he said they was on the other side when they seen Tupac hanging out and doing that. So that it must have taken them a second to buck that U. By the time they bucked that U, a car could have went past and another set of girls could have came up from what was there. Because that cop said when he went over there, that girl's car was shot up. That was a whole different set of girls that was out there. So listen to what Keefe D said next. That's why his story do line up.
Tupac and Suge Knight didn't show up. But if I'm not mistaken, y'all was actually waiting at 662 for Tupac and Orlando can fight, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that, because Orlando actually wanted to fight Tupac, right?
Yeah, he gonna get his ass knocked out. So Lane had hands. 1 punch.
Oh, for real? He had hands?
Oh, hell yeah, like God. Yeah.
So tell me about that. Orlando saying he wanted to fight Tupac and have a heads up with him.
We was just, I was gonna tell Suge, let him get out. That's all. He's just gonna beat his ass.
So y'all was at 662, Tupac and Suge Knight didn't show up. So that's when y'all decided to retaliate, and that's when y'all was like, okay.
No, we just left because they didn't show up.
Okay. Von Zip is the one that provided y'all with the gun, right?
I don't know nothing about that.
I mean, it's in the book and everything, yeah.
I don't know nothing about that. Ask Kate, Craig Kate, you believe most of his stories. You know? You do, though.
Yeah, Greg Hayden said it. I mean, it said it in the book. I got your book, the audio book.
He got the whole world fucked up. Like you got you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like I said, that...
No, this is in your book.
Is fucking, Unsolved is fabricated bunch of bullshit the way he wanted to portray me. You know what I'm saying? I'm sagging, khaki pants. Man, I ain't want no khaki pants in fucking junior high school. I'm a player, dude.
But here's the thing. I got the audiobook, so...
Yeah,
so it's all in the book. So Runs Up is the one that provided, not you, but somebody that was in a white Cadillac with the gun.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so tell me how that came about. You don't have to tell me the person he gave it to. Okay, so we're not trying to blame you for that, but just tell me how that came about. Runs Up offering somebody that was in the car with the gun.
What's that?
No, just tell me how it came about. Once again, you don't have to say who exactly he gave the gun to, but just say how it came about where Von Zilk provided you and your crew with the gun.
No, he just asked me, do we need some help? And, shit, he came up with the thing. That's all. Shit, he had a thing on him. We already had things too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We had already had things too. And he had a thing. That's all.
So how did you know Tupac and Suge was in the black BMW?
He was hanging out the window.
Tupac?
Yeah.
What was he doing?
Shit, he had half his body out the window. Yeah. Just, you know, that Bay Area shit. You know how they do. That weird shit. Like Ghost Rider whip. You know, they just want to be flamboyant. You know what I'm saying? Want to be seen and shit.
But you said the females was yelling Tupac's name, right?
Yeah, once
that's
he was
how
hanging
I
out
found
the window.
out they was in the car, right?
Tupac, and he was, you know, that's bullshit. You know, a real motherfucker gonna be sitting down and set his ass down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Not be hanging out no fucking window. Just want to be seen and shit.
Right. So,
what's up?
So you and your crew, y'all on Flamingo and Koval, and y'all slowly pull up to Tupac and Suge in a black BMW. Tell me how that came about.
We just took the gutter lanes. Like we said, we pulled up to the little stoplight, and they was making a right. It was about 17 cars. We just pulled up in the gutter lane. I seen their ass. You know, that first shot, it hit Big Boy in the head. I thought he was dead. Like, damn, he dead. And they didn't even get a chase, make it so bad. Some broads gave a chase.
Game over. He said some broads gave a chase. And he said, we shot that bitch up. And they tried to, Keefe they tried to make it seem like that story was a lie. Because the other girls, it was another set of girls out there. But those girls wasn't the girls that got shot at. It was the other girls that got shot at. And today, Keefe D's own witness confirmed that those girls indeed did get shot up. Listen.
They got their little windshield shot out. It was over with after that.
Drake.
Now, he said they got their windshield shot out. It was over with after that. Listen to Keefe D's witness again, the cop who was on the stand who accidentally cooked Keefe D today. Listen. Listen very closely, y'all. You can't make this up. On no level can you make this up.
About the activity that was going on at the time in terms of the streets and people walking around, and you heard the shots being fired. It was packed. It was extremely. There was people everywhere. People walking. Traffic was fully backed up. We had to get into the intersection. We had to use. We were in non-marked cars, so we were in plain cars. We moved into the intersection using red lights and sirens. We moved across. People were waving at us and pointing. There was a vehicle there that became of interest to us. Some girls had been shot at. While we had gotten out to...
Game over. He said some girls had gotten shot at. I told y'all. That nigga told on himself, man. Everybody mad at us.
Right. He was the one that was supposed to shoot, Tupac and Suge, but he got scared, right?
No, he didn't really get scared. You know, he wasn't ready for that. They was youngsters, man. Kids.
But once again, I mean, y'all Crips, right? So he should be used to that, right, Dre? So why was
he wasn't ready for that? Everybody got a role, man. Everybody ain't killers. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna kill.
So
everybody
Dre,
ain't
he
with
wasn't the
that.
shooter?
No.
Okay, so, but he was the one that was supposed to shoot up Tupac and Suge, but for some reason, he wasn't ready for it, so he gave the gun to Orlando, right?
Something like that, yeah.
And Orlando is the shooter. He's the known shooter. I mean, everybody know Orlando Anderson was a shooter. So Dre got cold feet. He didn't want to do it. He gave the gun to Orlando, and Orlando shot Tupac and Suge.
Yeah, he did his thing, yeah.
Okay, so what was Tupac and Suge's reaction when Orlando started shooting up the BMW?
Oh, shit. Suge just ducked his head, and the first bullet went in his head, then the next one's hit him. It was like he was doing a breakdance trying to jump in the back seat or something. Yeah. Like, damn. Yeah, what the fuck? It looked like he was trying to jump in the, but it was, the bullets was in his ass. Then we made the right, and them bros tried to get a little chase. You know what I'm saying? But I wonder why Reddy didn't get a chase, because I seen him do some shooting before, for sure.
Right. So
you want to talk about that too?
No, we're gonna get into all that. So, Tupac, you said he was trying to reach for a gun, or it looked like he was trying to reach for a gun.
Yeah. Looked like he was trying to get his thing done. That's what it looked like.
And you said Tupac tried to jump in the back seat.
It looked like he was
when y'all start shooting.
He was reaching, and it looked like he was trying to jump in the back seat or something. He was like breakdancing or some shit. Yeah.
All right, so how you feel about people that say Suge used Tupac as a shield?
Oh, he didn't use it as no shield. This man shot in the fucking head. That's what we thought was dead.
Okay.
First bullet went straight in his head.
So Suge Knight's reaction wasn't him trying to grab Tupac?
Nah, they lying. That's why I say Greg Caden, Reggie, Knockout, all was they there? They wasn't there. Yeah.
So after the incident, what did y'all do after that? Y'all went to the hotel, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
We started drinking and shit. Pop bottles, shit. That's all. And shit. Didn't nobody know but us four that was in the car.
Right.
Yeah.
So what happened with the gun? Where y'all stashed the gun at?
I left it on the tire in one of them cars on the parking lot.
What did y'all do with the white Cadillac?
Took it back to the rental car place.
How long did y'all stay in Vegas after that incident?
We left the next day.
And you told Orlando not to tell nobody, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
I said, on this type of shit, you can't be telling nobody shit. That's the only way you're going to stay free.
Yeah, you told Orlando and everybody else that was in the car that.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Don't tell nobody shit.
Yeah, man. So that shit was real, y'all. That shit was real, for real, man. I keep trying to tell these cats, man, but y'all don't want to listen, man. And today, that what he said about that girl, that was confirmed today, y'all. There ain't even no getting around that. That was confirmed in court today, what he said about that girl. What he said about that girl, there ain't no ifs, ands, buts, or getting around that. That have 100% been authenticated and verified in court. 100%. There's no question about that, right? No question about that, bro, right? So again, there's no question about that, man. And I'm telling y'all the truth about this situation, bro. You know what I mean? Everybody sitting up there, you know what I mean? I'm trying to tell y'all this shit, man. Trying to tell y'all this shit, man. Y'all listen to what happened today, man. I'll be honest with y'all, man. That shit was crazy, man. You know what I mean? Shit was wild, man, today, man. Today, man, that lawyer, man, he did him a lot of hurt. I mean, that police officer did him a lot of hurt today, man. You know what I mean? They own police officer, man. That was painful right there, bro. Then not only that, this right here, y'all. Not only that, this right here that I'm about to tell y'all in just a second. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, you can't even beat this stuff with a stick. You can't. You can't beat this with a stick, man. Again, you guys, it's up, man. It's definitely up, you guys. But let's get into this right here. Because this was wild, too.
If I'm not mistaken, you had an issue with how Puffy treated his people, right? Like you, and I remember you saying that you had an issue with how Puffy did Shine.
I just think Puff, he needs to be a stand-up man, man. That dude sat up there and did that time for you and nothing like that. Then you got this man living down there in police, living all fucking bad, man. You seem like you just leave your people for dead, man. That shit wrong, dude. Gene Deal complaining about you. I'm complaining about you. You ain't. I heard one of my homies from 30s. I heard he gets every quarter he gets clothes, all this shit. Then you gave this other dude some fucking a brand new fucking Benzo or Maybach. Another nigga piece of the rent company. God damn, homie. I was on top of the world until I met your motherfucking ass, dude. Shit is wrong, dude. Come on, homie. I need something. Throw a dog a bone or something. Fuck. You sit up there talking about you, Daddy Love. Show us some love. Mr. Love, I be watching you, dude. Damn, you ain't said shit or keep your ear or nothing. You walk around me like I'm some shit on the ground or something. God damn, dog. You can get in contact with me, man. Nigga, there's ways around that shit, dude. Fuck. What the fuck? Man, you know what I'm saying? There's ways around that, homie. Throw my kids something. Throw somebody kids something. God damn. Daddy love. You ain't no love. That ain't love.
Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.